Hi, I'm Dr. Vandiver with Discovery Lab in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Discover at Home, a series of science lessons that you can do at home with a parent or caregiver. Today we're going to talk about weather and climate, and then we're going to make our own rain gauge. Weather is what is happening in the atmosphere minute to minute, and weather affects your decisions for the day, like, am I going to wear a raincoat or sunscreen? If I was talking about the weather in Tulsa, I might say, it is raining today. Climate is the pattern of weather changing over time in a specific area. Climate influences how engineers design buildings, for instance, to withstand high winds. Because we know in Tulsa there's a period of time in the spring where we experience high winds. In talking about the climate in Tulsa, I might say, I'm going to go buy some shorts because this summer is likely to be hot and humid. It is useful to track the weather to see if the patterns are changing and thus our climate is changing over time. One way to track weather is by creating a rain gauge. A rain gauge measures rain that falls to the ground. And you can use your rain gauge to measure the rain in your area on a daily basis, a monthly basis, or an annual basis. And if you chart those results, you can see changing weather patterns in your area over time. So here are the materials you will need to make your rain gauge. You'll need a pair of scissors. You'll need a bottle that you can easily cut with those scissors. You'll need a tape measure or ruler, a permanent marker, some tape, pebbles or rocks, and some water. First, we're going to cut our bottle. We're going to cut the bottle just below that point where the bottle begins to taper towards the opening, creating a funnel shape. So using the permanent marker, we'll mark a line that we're going to cut along just below that part of the bottle that creates that funnel shape. And that's the line we're going to cut along. We will now cut the top off of our bottle. You may need an adult for this step. Carefully cut along the line. And save the top of the bottle for later. Now let's add our rocks or pebbles. This will help stabilize our rain gauge so it doesn't blow over in the wind. Now using your permanent marker, make a mark on the bottle at the top of the layer of rocks. Then using a ruler or tape measure, mark inches up the bottle in 1 inch increment. Your bottle will now resemble a ruler. Now take the top of the bottle that you cut off earlier, turn it upside down and place it into the bottle, and then use a piece of tape to attach it. Now the last step in making our rain gauge is to add some water. Pour the water in until it reaches that first line that you had made at the top of your layer of rocks. Your rain gauge is now complete. Now you need to find a home for your rain gauge. Select a place that isn't covered so that the rain can fall into your rain gauge. Also a place that's sheltered from the wind and from passers-by. And then after the rain, check your rain gauge. You can check it every day, every week, or even every month and chart your results. I hope you had fun making your rain gauge. Thanks for hanging out with us and learning with Discovery Lab. We'll see you next time.